Hey, once again, it's your boy Day for Triple D Game coming at you with another map making stream video. You know how we do it. Let's get to it. Alright, ladies and gents, boys and girls. I had a little bit of time to squeeze a short stream in, so that's what we're going to do. Show you where we're at, where we're headed. With that being said, show you where we at. Alright, so here's, we're gonna get rid of this. I was tinkering around a little bit. So here's the thing, we got our caves in. We were working on that, obviously. And I still can't navigate them to save my life in this editor. Oh, really? Okay. But there we go. So there's our caves. All cleaned up. We're good to go. Joel. Alright, so there's our caves. But an extra little treat. Underneath this one, we got another cave. Alright, so this one here, you'll be able to enter from outside here. We'll have some bushes and stuff kind of disguising it, but you'll be able to come in here, and then the water will be falling right here in front of the cave, so you can walk out it if you want. I had a problem with that, so whenever you drop down here and you tried to go in here, you just automatically started swimming to the top and you couldn't actually go in. Same with down here. And that was, I don't know what this blue thing here is about, but it's there, guys. Yeah, the sun is blue. Probably because the watercolor. But anyhow, because I had this full of water running all the way from down there to up here. And it was because the water was up on top here, it wouldn't let you go in. You were just swimming to the top and you couldn't go in. Unless you were flying, then you could fly through it. So I took the collision off, and now you're able to go into each. So I test ran all of that. Yes, we do got some fishies there. Yeah, right. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So this is exactly what I wanted. Obviously, all of this ground's going to be sunk down to where it's just going downhill. You'll be able to see right up to the falls, real nice and nice. It'll be real nice and nice. So the whole thing with when the waterfall was down here, as you seen, I had water sitting in here, and it kind of just barely sticks above the ground here. So what we'll do is we'll just sink this ground down a little bit more, and we will fill this area in right here, because this will be exposing just a straight line. We'll just put rocks in right there, so it'll be like the water is filling this up, and then it's flowing out, and then the river will continue through. So that's the game plan. We're gonna have a bunch more rocks and stuff. It's gonna look good. This land here will be knocked down more, and then we'll have bushes and stuff up through there. Then we're gonna have a bridge across here of some sort somehow. So I actually had water all the way across here, but I just took it out just for the simple fact that whenever you came through here like this, it was all fine and dandy, everything looked great. But whenever you came through here like this patch right here would turn real dark until you got past it, or until you looked the other way, and then it would flicker back. But like I said, it was fine going this way. and I would have just left it like that, but it was doing the same thing in game, so I had to take it out and change the water, and now we are relaying the water. I just had to change the shape of it and everything, because that was the problem it was having. It was weird. Uh, thank you, there, Joel. But we only got a little bit of time to stream here, because unfortunately, my whole car issue is bad. It's real bad. Um, so I just got the transmission out today. About, I don't know, 6:30, 7 o'clock. I finally got it on the ground. Had a bunch of different issues, let me tell you. Every little part that had to come off gave me an issue. But anyhow, it's out. But there's major issues. The bolts came out of the torque converter just like I thought. And so now I need a new torque converter because the threads are ripped out unless I re-tap them. But then again, I don't trust it. The flywheel's chewed up, so I need a new flywheel and a new oil pan because it threw the bolts right through the backside of the oil pan. So to fix that myself, I'm looking at $500 at least. If I paid a shop to do it, it'd probably be a couple thousand. But it's going to take me, it just took me days just to get the transmission on the ground. To change the oil pan, I actually got to unbolt the motor and jack the motor up at least 3 inches because there's a cross member under there. You cannot get the oil pan out unless you pull that motor. So I'm going to have to pull the motor and at least jack it up in the air 3 to 4 inches to get that oil pan out of there. Yes. Yeah, it tore up a lot of stuff. Them bolts coming out. It's insane. JR. Yes, it is, brother. I haven't been to work in a couple of days because I don't got car to get there. And I just climbed out from underneath my car working on it. So I figured I'd throw in a stream, show everybody where we was at, where we was going. And that's it. So I probably won't be able to stream for a little bit. I'm going to try to. But that's where we're at. I don't have the money to buy a new car. If I did, I'd probably just go ahead and buy a new one. Even though I got thousands in this one that I got. Like literally thousands. I'd rather spend my time off working on our map instead of... I do have a vacation coming up, though, in April, the first week of April. So I'm hoping I got my car situation all figured out there so we can get our map situation figured out. Yeah, that's crazy, Joel. You know what I did? So I got a walkie-talkie. I got a walkie-talkie, and I had the other one set next to Alexa, so I could call through the walkie-talkie to Alexa if something happened. Um, yeah, if the car fell on me with nobody around. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. I watched your last stream. I watched it. You was working on your road there. I watched it while I was under my truck. I watched it on my phone while I was under my truck, tearing that transmission out. I know, not a good place to watch this video, but I did. Right. Yeah, there's people knew I was working on it. You know what? I got it to our last stream we had. I actually got a subscriber, but it didn't tell me again. Remember it told me we had a subscriber, not the last stream, but the stream before that. Now the last one, it quit working again. I don't understand it. I went through there messing with stuff again, so see if it works. But then again, you never know if you're gonna get a subscriber to know if it worked. Yeah, there's people that don't talk. They got 500,000 subscribers. Matter of fact, the camper don't talk. He got all kinds of subscribers. That's just fine. If I had $7,000, I'd be buying a new car. I'd like to buy a new PC, but unfortunately, right now I need wheels. If I got paid from YouTube, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't need wheels. Because I'd be at work right now. I'm gonna put these fish in there. I'm gonna make them swim. Make them actually move around in here. Yeah, we're gonna have collectibles in here too. So we got. That's awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to do right here. Exactly what we did. So we got a 2-stage waterfall, and you can go under both of them. It's great. I love it. To be honest, Joel, I haven't even looked at it. I'll look at it here in a little bit. I haven't paid attention. I've been under that truck, I mean, literally all day. Since I stopped the stream the other day to go get my truck, I've been underneath of it ever since. The GPU on the new GeForce RTX TM 3090. Yeah, TD, triple D. Yeah, 3090 would be great. Real great. I mean, anything better than what I got would be great. Like I said, even the 1660 would be an upgrade from what I got. 2070, anything. I mean, I still do good with what I got, but I make it work, you know what I'm saying? But it would be nice to have a new one. You learn your limitations. You definitely learn your limitations. That's for sure. And then you learn to work around them. Alright, so as of right now, it seems like we're good. Like, it's not changing color. None of that crazy stuff it was doing. I still don't know why the sun is glaring blue here. I don't know if it has something to do with the rocks or if it's because of what we changed the water color to, or I don't know what the deal is, honestly. Yeah, that's a fish, JR. It's a fish. It's official. Alright, Jojo. You can put anything in the game as long as you got i3D of it. I could put sharks in here if I wanted to, JR. Matter of fact, my last map for FS19, I was going to put an orca, a killer whale, and a shark in it. I can actually make these swim around too. They will be swimming, actually swimming in here. They'll be doing circles or something. I'm gonna make them do. I got one down here too. I can beef them up, make them a little bit bigger. It's 3D, JR. It's 3D. I had them in the map I was making in FS19. Like I said, I was adding a shark and a orca killer whale too. All you gotta do is Google 3D models of whatever you want, and there's websites that have 3D models. A lot of them you have to pay for, but there are some of them that are free, and all you got to do is run them through Blender and make them an i3D, and you can throw them right in the game. A model of anything you want. If you want a bear, search the internet and find a free 3D model of a bear and run it through Blender and make it into a i3D file and then throw it in the game. Yes, you make them swim in a circle and jump out of the water. Yes. There's a lot of free stuff, but the free stuff doesn't look good. To keep it 100, there is a good bit of free stuff, but all the free stuff nobody wants because it doesn't have detail to it. But yeah, if you want something good, 9 times out of 10 you're going to pay for it. As you see, I mean, this isn't the greatest either, but when it's underwater it looks good. Yeah, for when it comes to fish, you can't put them on like a pedestrian spline or nothing like that. You have to put them on down here. Dot on ship or create on dot on ship or something like that, and it goes off the ship because they'll sit there and they'll sway back and forth as they swim. I mean, you can make them. It really looks like fish swimming. After I get this done, I mean, you'll see it in action once the map's done here. Yeah. Some mods are way easier than other mods to convert. Some of them super easy. And then other ones, it all depends on how they're made up. Some of them are complicated. Alright, so wherever our cave, actually guys, when I was putting this cave in, I had the ground knocked down and everything. I had to redo that because after I added all this jumbled mess up here, this was too high, so I had to drop the cave down. Then I had to dig out all that dirt again, and so this would fit on top of that. So it actually got even deeper than what we had it. It's a deep hole now. A real deep hole. Right? Yeah, when they go into that feeding frenzy. Alright, yeah, that's what I came over here for. Oh, that's why I dropped down there so I can see where exactly our cave ends. Because I gotta take the collision off of this water. Right where that cave starts and ends. And when you take the collision off, here's the thing. When you jump into water like this here, you could just run through this in game because it's shallow. And you can actually hear splashing when you walk through it. But right here we have to take the collision off because we want to be able to go under this water. And when you do, when you take that collision off, it actually takes the sound away, so it doesn't splash when you walk through it, which isn't that big of a deal. I can live with that, considering it's not all of our water. So we just got to come up here to rigid body, which I already have it off. So that means I have to go back through here and turn that. Oh, see, that's going to be the problem. Alright, no, we're good. Alright, I thought I was going to turn it on for all of it. Alright, so collision off, collision on, collision on. We just got to go down through here and turn all these collisions on, so it makes the splash sound. Man, we got so much to do. Now I gotta go through and make sure it doesn't snow. Wherever I put this water, we gotta paint down the whatchamacallit there, just to make sure it doesn't snow under the water. Okay, all of those collisions are on. Why do I want to go underwater there? Because of the cave. The cave goes clean back to there. And just like right here, the water's going to be right here. So if I don't turn that collision off, it will not let you in here. You have to have that collision off. And then same thing with down here. The collision has to be turned off on this, or it won't even let us into the cave. But this cave goes way back to here, so the collision has to be turned off, clean up to here. Right? Nah, this one right here. So the collision's good here. We just gotta have it off right here, because when you drop down in there, see, the cave's right here. If I don't turn that collision off, it'll have you floating up to the ceiling right here, and it won't let you in here. So let's go to the back of the cave. Now if we if we fly up here, right there, this part of the water is above the cave, so the collision has to be off right here. And then any water we put here, we can turn the collision back on. Sam, what's going on? Effect nodes for combine heads. Why, what's it doing? Or not doing, rather. Is there a video out to how to change truck images for FS22? What do you mean truck images? Oh, um, hang on, Sam. JR, it's, I don't know if there's a video out on it. Let me see. But whenever you open a mod, I don't know, each mod's different. Like for a map, that image is, there's preview and then there's icon, and it's DDS files as soon as you open up the map. Now it's kind of the same thing. It's a DDS file whenever you open up the mod, but it could be named almost anything. And then it's whatever they have it pathed to. So like that map's called map preview. I'm trying to find a mod to see what some of them called. But it's like as soon as you open it up, it's going to be a DDS file, and some of them actually say store. And then you would just have to change that picture and make sure it's still named store, and make sure it's a DDS file. So you can take any picture you want. Take a picture of the truck end game, and then convert that to a DDS file, and then throw it right there where it says store. And just delete the one that's there, and then it'll start reading the one that you put in. If that makes sense, that's the best I can explain it to you real quick. I'm sure there's a video on it. If not, I can make one in the future. Then Sam, just trying to convert a combine packed with heads that the effects for the heads are broken. Yeah, so that question's a little more complicated. It's just hard to explain. It could be a couple of different things causing that. But read your console, read your whatever, see what it's telling you. If it's a pathing issue, I'm trying to find a mod that would be somewhat the same that I have open on my desktop that I could just pop open. Hitachi. Alright, so this is normally, it could be in the XML files, it just isn't pathed right. It could be a bunch of stuff. But we got the triple deal in there. I never even through this end game yet. Man, it could be a couple of things. But trying to find an example real quick. Good luck with that, though. Some of them will actually say effects in it it might just be a pathing issue. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Yeah, right. uh Alright, so if you go into where the new game's at, data share, effects are right here on the top. Then there's all the different effects. Let me see where it's at on the old game. Alright. You see right here when you come into FS19. Let me go back to, okay. So FS19, when you click in it, you go to data, okay. Right here, it says nothing about effects, right? Now when I go to the new game, data, right there's effects, alright? So the old game has it pathed to who knows where, because I don't. Unless I would go through and look for it. Now the new game has it pathed, as you see, it's FS22, data, effects, and then you got all your effects right here. So when you convert a mod that has effects like that from FS19 to FS22, it's still looking, it's looking in the new game, but it's looking under the same path wherever FS19 was pathed to. So now you're going to have to find out where the effects are pathed and then path it just like it is here. Steam apps, common, FS22, data, effects, and then you got to find whatever effect it is for whatever you're trying to use it for. So the way to do that is, now that we went through that part of it, so you would just right click, open with Notepad++, or go through the text editor, and then it may and or may not be here. It would be just how this stuff's passed. So it's data, shared, mirror shaders. Now whenever you convert any mod, this is one thing you should do right off the rip, is open up the i3D file and make sure everything from here in the file field, from the top to the bottom, you got to make sure everything is pathed right to the new game. So that's one of the first things you should do. So this here is just looking right here where it says texture. That's looking within the mod itself. But right here, everything that's saying data is looking in the game for it. So if this was a mod that I was converting from 19 to 22, I would come in here underneath this data stuff right here and make sure that that mirror shader is actually under data, shaders, mirror shader. And if it's not, then you got to come in here and actually path it right. Just if it's just data, mirror shaders, then you got to delete that and make sure it's pathed right. Anything, especially lights, anything. You're right, Sam. Anything that has like any mods with lights, all the lights have changed from the old game to the new game, where they're pathed. And they used to say like beacon left square, or headlight left square red. Well, it doesn't work like that anymore. It just says front headlight number 8, or front headlight number 9, or front headlight number 72. It doesn't say front headlight left red square or none of that anymore. So it's looking in the new game for that front headlight left square when it's not called that in the new game, so it won't find it. So you have to actually come in here and tell it where to look for that headlight now. And then the sad thing is, they're all numbers, and then you actually got to go through and open up all them headlights and see exactly which one it is. It's a pain in the neck, but that's part of converting. It's all a pain in the neck. Now, as far as nodes, so you can look at the mod itself, like we had it open in i3D, and just go through all that stuff, and it'll tell you, like up here on the left, it'll say your nodes and that. Then you got to open up the actual XML file for the mod. Of course, it didn't open in Notepad++. Let me close that. Open with Notepad++. Take a drink because my mouth's dry. And then normally if it has effects, it'll say effects somewhere in here. Then it'll have the nodes and everything for it. You just got to make sure it matches what's in the actual i3D. But back to it. I don't have much time. I don't know. I can continue to. Let me see. Let me delete that. I can kind of continue to work on this a little bit. Just run from the garage into here and mess with a few things. That's what I've been doing. So I might have some stuff done even though we're not streaming. Have a little work done, that way we can actually get the map done. I'd like to be streaming it, but sometimes we can't do that. No problem, Sam. I hope it helped you, brother. JR, Dang TV. Yeah, that work. Your work will get you. My neck's killing me from laying under the truck looking up. And my back. My neck and my back. We got a huge flat screen TV in the living room, and if it says Yeah, that's weird. I got a 65 inch in the living room, and it's weird. Uh, like all the internet in the house will work, but it won't work, or it'll freeze, and you actually physically have to unplug the thing from the wall, leave it unplugged for a minute, and plug it back in to get it to start working again. You see how those look so much better underwater? And then when they're actually swimming around, it looks even better. Alright. Oops. Whoops. My hands were already hurting from not making. Yeah, yes, that'll definitely hurt your hands. Your hands will be sore. Your arm will be sore too from holding it up there. Yeah, it's weird, JR. I don't get it, man. It makes me mad too. I yanked the plug out of there. I'm like, what the heck? And I start screaming. Pay all this money for a TV, and you gotta unplug the thing from the wall to make it work. Driving me nuts. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it's crazy because mine does that same stuff, man. It's crazy. Yeah, man, you lose track of time real quick. Or you know what time it is, but you just want to get your map done. That's me. I mean, even after the stream, like when I come home from work and I start streaming, I haven't ate dinner or nothing or yet. So whenever I'm finally done, then I go up. I eat dinner, and then by the time I get laid down and everything, it takes a few hours to get wound down, and yeah, it's bad. And then being on night turn, if I stay up till technically to get 8 hours of sleep, I should be going to bed at 4 o'clock, and we're still streaming by 5:30. So I don't ever get sleep like I should. Like, I probably could have streamed yesterday after I was done working on the truck, but I was like, I better get to bed so I can wake up early and start working on the truck. I didn't want to. I wanted to get some streaming done, let me tell you. But surprisingly, I did the right thing. I need that truck fixed though. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Even after I get the parts for it, if I get the parts for it, because the stuff's gonna be $500. It's going to be a lot of work. Like I said, you got to drop that engine, or you got to lift the engine out just to get the oil pan in there. And them bolts ripped the oil pan up, so I mean, it blew holes through it. So I have to fix the oil pan. It's like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, right. I either go up, because I got, have you ever heard of, well, I got the Alexa, I got the Cube, so you can just say, Alexa, turn on the TV, or Alexa, volume up on the TV and all that, so you don't even need a remote anymore. But have you ever heard of Pluto TV? I don't have cable anymore. All I got, I used to have cable, but I paid for the bare minimum, so there was never nothing on. But I got uh, Netflix and yeah, YouTube. But I don't know, it's an app. You can get on anything. I have it on my phone too. Um, but it's Pluto TV, and it's free TV. I mean, it's like actual TV. Oh, you see how that changed? See how it's dark up there? That's what it was doing to me. Now it's doing it this way. Yeah, roger that. Yeah, but the Pluto TV, it's just like it's free TV. There's over 500 channels, and then there's channels that if you like forensic files and stuff like that, there's channels that play forensic files all day, every day, because there's so many episodes. It can do that, and everything and it's all like live TV, but everything that you can watch live, you can go onto the on demand part of it and watch anything that you want to watch on the on demand part. It's crazy, and it's free. So I was still paying for internet because I wasn't letting my internet go, but I was like why pay for cable when I got this Pluto TV? See, I'm trying to figure out why it's doing that. I know that's why I deleted it all the first time. See how there's this weird, crazy thing right there? Well, that's right. It's actually showing the glare or the reflection like this here is. Which it should be, throwing a reflection. But it's only this half in a perfect square. All of that should be showing that reflection. See how it's doing that? Well, the sad part is when you go in the game, it does the same thing. And I don't know how to fix it. It drives me nuts. See, it works fine just there. But when you're looking at it like this, everything has a reflection like it should. But whenever you turn around like this, it's messed up. And I don't get that. Yeah, that might, I don't know. It's 500. Yeah, let's up that, huh? I didn't even think of that. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. I do got one over there too, don't I? That might be reflecting it. Or blocking a reflection. Man. Cole, what's going on, man? That's that lack of sleep, Joel. I hope that's the problem, too. Oh, I don't have that one. Oh, yeah, I do. I do. I was gonna say I don't have that one there anymore, but I do. I had that there for a reason. Yeah, it's still doing it though. Why? I don't know. Yeah, see how that's doing it too? Boop, boop. I wasn't doing that earlier either. I change the clip distance on it and then it starts doing it. Yes we are, Cole. Right now we're trying to figure out why this water is dark right here on us. It just started doing that. If we look here, it's good until you flip back. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing to us there, Joel. I know it's driving me nuts. They do know that. That's why I deleted it before the stream and started over. Now it's doing it again. That's what I was thinking earlier, Jewel. Um, I was thinking of laying it all out and then throwing it into a group and then just export the group out and then import it back in. I don't know if that's going to do me any good though. Like, I don't know why it's doing that. This is the first time I've ever had water give me a problem like this. Right, that's the depth scale. Alright, see, boom. Once you put it down there to match this, then it's fine until you move. And look at it at a different angle. And it wasn't doing that until just a little bit ago. Like, it literally just started doing that. I wouldn't worry about it, but it actually shows up in game like that. So we have to figure it out and get it fixed. I wanted to come on here and build a map, not diagnose problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, legit, I've never had a problem with it before until this map here. Alright, so I'm gonna try to throw it in a group, export it, and then bring it back in. I guess we'll see what happens. Turn that back off. That's what that's from. I just imported that in before I started the stream. That's imported. What's the mirror? Cole. Yeah, you can make boats. Oops. Well, whatever the mirror is, it doesn't fix the problem, okay? Attempt JR. Um, to be able to make a truck like that, I'd have to have blender coal. I don't have blender installed right now. Yeah. I gotta find that mirror again. Yeah, mod Network's my place. That's where I get all my stuff from. Let's see. Group. Water. Yeah, I'm gonna try it like this, Joel. I'm gonna see if this will make any type of difference. Right not, but I don't know. It's driving me nuts though, like. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, you gotta have something selected. There. Look, it's working right now. Boom. That's how it should look right there. It's gonna stay looking like that though. Look at that. All I did was laid the exported water, imported back in on top of the other water. Huh. Go figure. See that, Joel? Look, it's kind of messing up a little bit. It's not flickering out now, though. But it wasn't to begin with. And then it started to. So I don't know, man. I really don't. I just pulled the original water up in the area there. Right there, it started. Hey, appreciate that, Cole. Alright, Joel. Open the map you working on I3D and find the reflection and reflection lines and copy and paste them in the water plane you opened first in Notepad. Oops. Alright, so I know it does that when you back way up. Everything just turns dark until you go in, then you start seeing the reflection coming at you right there. You see how it's coming in at us? That's how it's always worked. I ain't too worried about the end right here because it'll have waterfall water. Still a little weird right there. Even this one's doing the same thing. Alright. Oops. So you want me to open the i3D file of the map we're on, and then you want me to copy those lines and then paste them inside of this water plane we just created. The water plane we just created and put in here, the big one, this guy. It looks weird too because there's grass painted under there instead of the dirt. from the reflection map. Lights, objects, mask, underwater. Yeah, here's, I don't know, all these that I've been skipping through. Right here, reflection map, and then refraction map. All these that I've been skipping through. I mean, it's not what it is at the top. It's material. Yeah, material, water mat, and then reflection map, and then refraction map. So you want me to copy this, or you want me to just copy, just copy the reflection? What do you like there, JR? Alright, 6929. 6929. It ain't good, Cole. My daughter's been sick too. It's actually the same numbers. Let's see. It's the same exact numbers. You didn't like that though, JR. Wi-Fi crashing. I never liked that myself. Alright, so I mean it's working as of right now, so I guess we'll leave it alone until we have problems again. Where am I too far over? Oh, yeah. There we go. That's why I didn't close it. See? That's why I need you around for that good eye there. That good eye there, Joel. Alright, so this one right here is flickering on us. There's one up here too, so let me check this one. I was thinking maybe it was because if they were overlapped a little bit, but maybe it's because of this one. And now it's all these end ones right here. They should be level because I placed one level and just been copying and dragging off of it. Should be level. Well, all but this one that I tilted. I'm telling you, I've never had a problem with water like this before. This one right here. See, it's picking up the reflection of this hill right here, and then that keeps disappearing. See, right there, it disappeared off of that one. The reflection did, but it's back here on this one. Now it's on there. No, it's not. Water pond 4. No. No. Yeah, I don't have the software for building trucks right now, Cole. Just maps right now, buddy. I gotta download other software for that. Yeah, they're just named to different numbers. Yeah, it definitely makes you swim. Oh man, this water's gonna be the death of me. Look, now we're good. As long as we're good in game, that's all I care about. But there it goes again. It's something with that reflection, man. Alright, so receive shadow. What? Really? I turned it off and now it's receiving the shadow. It's supposed to receive it when it's on. Receive shadow. Cast a shadow. Obviously that makes it dark underneath. And that's what it's been acting like it's been doing right there. As if it was casting a shadow. See right there. That's acting like it's casting a shadow. Look, and then if we turn receive shadow off, boom, it stops acting up. It ain't supposed to work like that. It shouldn't receive that shadow at all. With that turned off. Like it shouldn't be capturing that reflection of that hill right there. But it is. Look, I turned it off on both of those, and it's not acting up now. Turn around, hit it like this. This one's acting up because it's still turned on. Let's turn it off. Look. Look, now it's not acting up now. Ain't that something? It's crazy. It's working backwards from what it's supposed to work. But as long as it's working, I'm happy. Cool. You want to be a YouTuber, Cole? Yeah, it takes it takes a lot, buddy. I've been working at it for going on 2 years now, working on it here, and I still ain't very far. It's a lot of work. Let me tell you, it is a lot of work. There's so many videos on YouTube. You'll be sitting there just social media and like crazy, just trying to get one view on your video. It's insane when you first start. It takes, let me tell you, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to get noticed. I know people that's been at it for way longer than me, and then he got 60 subscribers, so alright. Not saying that you can't do it. Just saying it's hard, that's all. Anything's possible. Alright, Joel, so now that we've been messing with that for the last hour, it's just weird because it's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work the other way. You're supposed to tick that box if you wanted to cast a shadow, not untick it if you wanted to cast. Alright, so next step, I want to try to get this water in there. I want to try to lay this water down so it fills this for us, and then we could use our water for the other side. But not only for that, but for this little effects as well. Even though there's going to be waterfall water flowing over it, I still want to add this for those little effects. See, technically I could just use this here, that water that's on that, for on the top of ours, and not even have to set down planes right here on this. You know what I'm saying? I still could. That way it looks like this, and then just line this with rocks, or just put down the water that's going to come with. I don't know. I just want to bring it over here, set it down, and see what it'll help us with. Obviously, we're not going to leave it blue. Alright, so we got the pools, and we got the ponds. We got the pool ponds. We got the pool ponds. There's the falls. Oh, you know what? I didn't even know there was one right there. I didn't know these were right here. That's crazy. Yeah, we're utilizing that. Let's hit the play button here. See, I like this effect right here. Like, that's awesome. But it still don't beat the white water flowing over though. But this here is great. I love this. They call this a waterfall. This is actually like a water stream. I mean, this, yes, it's falling over, but see, and they have this one invisible. I don't know if they just have that to where it appears. They might have this one to where it just only appears like in the winter or something, or when it's raining or something like that, because they have the box ticked for it to be invisible. I hit the box there to make it invisible or visible or whatever you want to call it. See, I just like how that's not blue. That water that's flowing over right there. I like that. Alright, so ice block. I don't know what that is. Alright, so click this. Your first real car, Cole? Or your first car on FS9? Or, yeah, Farm Sim. It goes up there forever. Alright. Obviously, we gotta get rid of some of them, but I'm just gonna bring the whole gang over. We're gonna have a powwow here. What was you laughing at? A reflection working backwards? Ooh, I put that way over there. Alright, so, oh, wrong button. Yeah. Let me get this over here. Look, you can see it. You can see her falls from space now, so we're doing something. There's a lot of this I gotta get rid of. I was hoping to be able to set it all down in one hunk, but they got it all. They got our arrows here for the whole transform group way too far away from it for me to be able to do that. So anything we do use here, I'll have to set it all individually, which it's not good because I wanted to be able to just line one thing up and then have it line all of the rest up for us. And I guess I could just hit it like this and look at it like this to work them arrows, but close. Now we gotta turn it. Yeah, so this ran down this little thing right here, but as far as that, I think there was rocks there, like actual rocks, but it came down on that edge. See, I like this little effect here where them rocks are poking over that. But right here, oopsie. Yeah, right here. That's the actual rock stacked up there that was flowing down. Yes, indeed. I do like that, man. I don't know. I still like my waterfall, but this here is cool though. Alright, so yeah, that's actual rocks that's flowing down on. So we can mimic that. Then all the rest of this should line up. If we can get this and this to line up, that's all I'm really worried about. And then these little things there, and then we'll be good to go. Sweet. That's awesome, Cole. My first car, I forget the name of it now. It was a 5-speed little red car. I bought it for 20 bucks. I had it for about a week before the cops took it. Yeah, I had it for about a week before the cops took it. I was driving without a license. Alright, so see if I was able to actually look at it the right angle, it'd be a lot easier. So we gotta try to get this stuff lined up, but it's gonna be hard looking at it like this. I want to get it close anyway, and then we can grab each individual thing and try to get it lined up, but I would rather do it in one chunk. But as you see, it's probably not going to happen, especially with me turning it the wrong way. That Wi-Fi still getting you, JR? Oh, I done lost it now. Where'd it go? Oh, okay, it's just way back in there. Like, I definitely feel like I'm turning it the wrong way. Yeah, I gotta be. Yeah, it definitely was. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting closer. Just a little pain in the neck trying to get it in there like that. Wow. Look at me now. We're still off. 4th time today. Your mom broke up with your dad. Ten times in a day, JR, that ain't good. See, I was going to do I was going to do our planes up here, because they actually work pretty good up there on that level. But I don't know. I just like the way this water's acting right here. So if I can get it placed right, we'll turn it brown and just see what it looks like. And then maybe we just won't even have to put planes up here. I would like to put something along this edge, like put rocks along the edge and separate where this water's trickling over, and then actually put water planes in there to bring the water level up higher. But we'll see how it works out for us. I ain't gonna get much more done here. I need to get to bed so I can wake up and figure out what I'm gonna do with my truck here. I'd like to just buy a new car, but I ain't got the money for that, so I gotta go through the headache of actually trying to fix this problem, this major problem. Oh wow, look at that. I don't know, we got her pretty close, ladies and gents. Except for that. And then the rocks, we need to put the rocks there. See, we got to go by this too, because I want this water flowing down through here the right way. Yeah, we is way off with that. Matter of fact, right here. See, this water's got to be sitting in there, so we could actually just sit down here and try to line this up. Because if we can get that water sitting down there, then that should get us pretty close to everything being right up top as well. So these are supposed to just be sticking out of the ground. So obviously we gotta lower it down some. That way this lines up as well. Something like that, but not so low. Alright, so it's gonna be a pain in the neck, just like everything else. So we might have to resort to tapping some numbers, just because there's so much going on. There's so much within that transform group. It just, whenever you try to move it, it just moves too quick. It's pretty close. I think there's supposed to be water back in here somewhere. Two, or no? No. Gotta come forwards and over. See, we must have to turn it because it was lined up here, but not down there. Now it's lined up down there, but not up there. So it's got to be turned some more. So now I got to figure out which way it's got to turn. Yes, I might definitely be better off doing each piece separately. So it's going to take some time, unfortunately. The freezing's supposed to do important stuff. What, by locking the group or what? I know there's a way. I mean, I know 19 doesn't have that just lock group button right here. Bloop. Because I unlocked it when I started moving it. Because the original was locked. But in 19, there was a way to freeze everything, but I forget how it was done. I legit forget how it was done. No. Can you hear me? Or are you muted? Ha! Boom. Oh, there we go. Train. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Yes, I don't know. I probably should have been in bed. But I'm gonna mess with this for a couple more minutes here, and then that's about it. Unfortunately, there's terrors in it. All right. Yeah, I realize that. All right, so where am I at here? I think it's got a twist a little bit too. Man, why did that look like it was lined up so good, but it wasn't? Really? It really wasn't. I mean, it's close. But it needs to come back this way, obviously. You know, I'm crunch a couple more numbers here, and then I'm gonna have to go to bed. Ooh, shoot. It's just barely sticking over that edge. Just trying to see what these look like. Oh, okay. There's actually a rock right here. I was wondering why that water was sticking up. I was like, there ain't no way that water's sticking up like that. There's that rock right there that water sticks up over. So we'll have to put that rock in there. And that was in the right place, just wasn't back far enough. Alright. Something like that. It's hard to tell because we don't have that staircase in here. Alright. We have the tripping hazard. Oh no, that looks kind of close. I think it just needs to come up a little. Look, oh, that's in there where it's supposed to be now. I think it just has to go up. Obviously this was sticking out more, so whenever that water goes up, I don't know if this rock was facing this way or the other way. Something like that. I think when we bring it up, we should be pretty close. I'm not going to change the color of the water yet until I get this lined up. Then I'll change it to brown. Because once I change it brown, it's going to be hard to see. Man, we got it pretty close, so yeah, it definitely has to go up. Alright, but anyhow, man, I can't wait to get this done. This thing is going to be awesome. Awesome. Alright, so that's it for this one, guys. I'm going to go ahead and save it. Yeah. Save it. Then we need to get rid of our floating water there eventually. But anyhow, yeah, I gotta get to bed. So, I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. If you subscribed and it didn't pop up, I apologize for not mentioning and giving you a shout out. Hopefully we get that fixed one of these days. Like, I had it working the other day, and obviously the last stream it wasn't working, so I don't get it. But anyway, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see what's coming, what's next, hit that subscribe button, mash them notification bells, and I'm out. Doses.